Good morning, world. How are you today? This is going to be one of my first videos. I am just trying this out. Let's see how it works. Let's see how well I can talk to the camera and cook at the same time. I am Chanel Baez, the Cooking Diva, a name given to me by one of my good girlfriends, Ona. Shout out to Ona in Detroit. I'm here in Alabama, in Ewing, Alabama, inside of my kitchen, North Meets South Family Diner, and a gift from my brother. It's been a little difficult, a little hard to say the least. A lot of tears I've cried just because it's been so hard and I didn't know left from right, and just exhausted and tired and just all the things that come along with running a business, a restaurant, clothing store, any of it. A business, running a business is difficult. First thing I'm going to do today, or one of the first things I want to do with you today, is cook chicken. I'm going to bake some chicken. I got some legs, I got a thigh here, and some wings. We're going to put this on our grab and go, and when it's gone, it's gone. But let's get some gloves. Because you always want to have some gloves around when you're dealing with chicken. You want to keep it clean while you're dealing with chicken. And all I have right now is black pepper, salt, a little garlic powder, a little garlic onion powder, some basil, and a little thyme. That is my, I don't want to call it the Trinity, because Trinity is 3 and this is 2, 4, 6 different ingredients. But this is my go-to seasoning blend. Why, I don't know. I just came across it and I kind of like the way the flavors come together. Your thyme has a little bit of a lemon to it. And then you have your onion powder, your garlic powder, salt, pepper goes on almost everything. You can't cook without a little seasoning. So, the northern girl in me is going to do what I would normally do if I was up north. And do a little chicken. So we're going to season this really well. Really, really good. A little salt, a little pepper. I'm not going to do anything crazy. And I did put my chicken in a brine. And it was simple. All I did was half a cup of salt, half a cup of sugar, some hot water to dissolve it, let it cool down a little bit, added some ice, let that melt, and then I put in the chicken, and I left that in there for a couple days because it draws out the impurities, it draws out the blood in it, and gives it a little juiciness. I'm just gonna sprinkle my thyme on there with my hands. I like my food to have flavor and to have texture and color, seasoning, so I'm never going to be void. If you decide to follow me, the Cooking Diva at North Meets South Family Diner, you'll never be void of flavor. I like different, I like flavor, all that. Just to let you know, I've been cooking a while. I'm going to flip this over so we can get both sides. And I also have this on a wire rack. I use my cookie cooling racks or what have you, and I put that over a sheet tray. So I take my sheet tray, I line it with foil, easy cleanup. I wash dishes. I'm not a business owner who doesn't do dishes. I do dishes, I do whatever needs to be done. But since Ty will be here today, I don't have to do the dishes. I do help out, I do step in, because we all do everything here. Chef Nunu, my beautiful niece, Ty, really becoming a really good friend, my brother's friend, and we all work together to make this thing work. So I'm just flipping over my chicken, and I'm just going to use this hand with all the chicken guts or chicken juice on it, and then I'm going to use this hand, my free hand, for my seasoning, because I got to dip in there, and we don't want to contaminate the bottles that they're in. We don't want to contaminate the inside of it. So we're going to do it again on the other side, a little salt. Right now I got the black pepper in my hand. Make sure you get that all over. We want to say soul food because black people make it, but I learned a long time ago it's Southern cooking. It's soul food that comes from the soul. And I love to cook. It's my favorite thing to do, besides talk. It's my favorite thing to do. It calms me. It makes me feel good when people are enjoying my food. So, and as I'm talking, I just realized I don't think I put any garlic and onion powder on the other side. I have the oven already preheated right now. And that's preheated to 400 degrees because I like to roast my chicken when I'm doing it in the oven because it still gives you a crispy skin. And if you have that crispy skin, you kind of don't feel guilty. But then you can also, you know, it's not deep fried, but you get the crunch. So we're going to do the other side with our thyme and basil. And this is going to be part of our lunch today. When it's done, it's done. You can put some gravy over it. You can put some barbecue sauce over it. Whatever floats your boat today. Alright. Got rid of these. And we're just going to pop this in the oven. Push that over to the side because I still need to do barbecue baked beans. Right now, let's go over here. I have the video cut out that we were doing, but I have right here a little Dr. Pepper for my root beer pulled pork. I'm just reducing this down. Reducing it down just means I'm gonna turn it into kind of almost like a syrup. So we got to get that boiling, then I'll cut it down a little bit. Right here, I got my black eyed peas. I'm doing a quick soak thing. That's my pinto beans for today. I think I keep taking pictures. I want to flip it around. And it won't flip around for me. I guess I'm going to have to put all these videos together. But it wouldn't flip around for me for whatever reasons. So, getting that started, the pinto beans, the black eyed peas. We make everything from scratch. Everything is made from scratch. So, my motto has always been, why are you going to pay me to open a can? And if I'm going to have a restaurant, I want to have great flavors. I want to have fresh food. I want to have it freshly cooked. I don't see any other reason to do it another way. So I need to do my barbecue baked beans. So we're going to get that opened and get that all seasoned up. Get out the cutting board. Go find my beautiful knives that I love. Chop up the bell peppers, the onions, cook that with the ground beef, and then we're going to put that in there with the baked beans. But, because I can't figure out how to do this stuff, I will figure out how to put these videos all together at a later date after I get this together, but we're going to walk through the baked beans as well. So, I'll be right back. Give me a second. Alright, I'm back. I cut up, diced up, one onion, one yellow onion, but I use whatever I have on hand at any given moment. An onion is an onion is an onion. Yeah, red onion has a little bit more sweetness to it than a yellow onion. But if I have red onion, I'm going to use red onion. But for this, I have both of them on hand. I chose to use the yellow onion and one bell pepper I diced up with a pound of ground beef. And it's going to go into a 7-pound number 10 can of baked beans. No, I didn't make the baked beans from scratch. I have before though, but for this it's just a little bit easier, and then we'll, as other people like to say, I like to zhuzh it up. So over here, you can't see it, but I have my ground beef and my onions, and I'm just going going to kind of get that going. And let them cook together, and then add in the ground beef. We'll cook down the onions. That's my timer for my beans. So what I do, if I don't soak them overnight, I do a quick soak, and it's right on the back of the bag. Just take your beans, put it in a pot of water, you let it boil. When it comes to a boil, cut the heat off, and then put your lid on there, and let it sit for an hour, and then you can cook it. So that's what I typically do when I do beans, because I don't let them sit out overnight. Salt and pepper on my ground beef mixture. I already got onions in there, so I don't need onion powder. But I will put a little garlic in there. So now I got my garlic going on, and I'm just going to get this all nice and cooked through. Mix with all that. My Dr. Pepper over here is just bubbling away. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing, and now it's on a very low heat. Fire's coming up, blazing my fingers. I already had it up in the kitchen. I don't need my hands to burn. I will confess, I've been wanting to do this for a while, do some videos, have a following, so this is my way of getting out there and getting it started. I measured my ground beef with this measuring cup. I do have a scale, but 1 cup is 8 ounces. 8 ounces is half a pound, so I just do this just because it's a little bit easier, quicker, easier cleanup. So I did a little bit over a pound of ground beef to go in these baked beans I got going. I want to chop all this up because I want it nice and crumbly. The ice machine be going off in there when I'm here by myself, and I'm always thinking somebody's out there. But no one's out there, so we don't have to worry about that. Because I know I locked myself in. And if they want to come in here at me, I'm not worried about it. The ground beef is going to give off some fat, no matter what the fat content is, 72, 28, 70, 30, 80, 20. But of course, the higher you go with the meat content versus the fat content, the less fat that you'll have. But then you have to worry about the dryness. So, you know, fat kind of gives flavor. You know, that's why ribeyes are my favorite. It's so delicious. It gives you the juiciness. That's why they serve you bernets with a filet, because fillets have they have virtually no fat in them. There's less marbling in a filet, so they give you the bernets to give it a little bit more flavor. Just a little bit something I learned 10, 12 years I worked for Morgan's Steakhouse. One of my favorite jobs, by the way. No, to answer your question, I was not a cook at Morgan's. I did everything but. I was a server, I went on to become the assistant food and beverage director. I did that on the weekends. Wine captain. And then the best and most fun was becoming a corporate trainer, where I got to travel all over the country and open Morton's steakhouses in Anaheim, California, Woodland Hills, California, Naperville, Illinois. I redid the Bar 1221 in St. Louis. I did the new boardroom at Wacker Place. We redid the Bar 1221, introduced at the original at State Street. Where else have I been to open a Morton's? Let's see. Said Anaheim, Woodland Hills, Naperville. Did a couple in Chicago. It'll come to me, but that was some years ago, about 10 years ago since I haven't worked for Morton's. But it was probably one of the best things that ever happened to me. It was God's way of saying, hey, you're comfortable. It's time for you to get to the next level. It's the first time I had been let go. I used to not like to tell people that, but I had been let go of all the things that I did over a misunderstanding. But we won't get into that. That was a lifetime ago, and the Cooking Diva was born that summer. So I can't complain. It was where this all began. I've been cooking since I was a little girl. About 10, picking up a cookbook, my grandmother's cookbook, and making chicken and dumplings from scratch. Things that I may have wanted. Looked in that cookbook that she had. I wish I still had that cookbook. And I cooked. I've been stuffing burgers for as long as I can remember. I've loved burgers since I was about 14, 15 years old. Angela Mims, do you remember the first one? I stuffed it with mushrooms. I remember that. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I'm going to cut this off. I want you guys to see what it's doing. And it looks like it's done with what I want it to do. My ground beef is nice and got that matter. My ground beef is nice and brown. Let's see if we can get you over there and look at it. There we go. Then that's my soon-to-be glaze for the root beer pulled pork. And we'll go over that another day. So I got to get that out of the freezer so we can get that thawed out and have a barbecue root beer pulled pork sandwich for tomorrow. I got catfish in. I'm so excited. So we're going to get this can open. Get this stuff seasoned. I got one of those big can openers, but I don't like it really. Now, do y'all know that we were doing this wrong? No. On the side. Can you believe that? So what it does when it's on the side, it pops the lid right off and gives you a clean edge. I didn't know that until I came across while I was working at Macy's, a Martha Stewart can opener. So before it went all viral on Facebook, hey, did you know we were doing this wrong? Her can opener virtually was showing you how to do it this way. You couldn't even use it the old way we've been doing. You do have to worry about, see? Worry about that. Make sure that doesn't get in your food. And here you go. See? Done. And it doesn't give you the sharp edge either that you have to worry about when you're throwing that in the garbage can. So I just like to make sure. No paper. No paper. Gotta go grab another spoon. Quick. Usually takes it forever to do that. I got my beans all ready. I want to season those up as well. A little garlic in there. I like garlic and everything. Almost everything. We're going to do a little mustard. So I'm going to throw my mustard in there. About 2 tablespoons of mustard. I just used one of these, not a measuring tablespoon, so it's just a guesstimate. It's probably a tablespoon of garlic powder I put in there. Brown sugar, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to do a little brown sugar. I like to keep that in a Ziploc bag with all the air taken out of it. The best thing that you can do for yourself is learn measurements. So when you want to increase a recipe, you don't have to keep killing yourself trying to figure out how much. So this is a 1/4 cup. And I'm going to probably do 2 of these, which will be a 1/2 cup. Duh. Alright. Let's get this back in there because it's so hot and moist in here. Then I'm going to get ready, after I get this in the oven, get ready for my, and then I'm just going to mix this up. But you know we're missing the key ingredient, right? Well, 2 of them. The ground beef mixture and barbecue sauce. Nope, I don't make my barbecue sauce from scratch. But I do have a couple dressings I make from scratch. My Thousand Island, my tartar sauce, maple vinaigrette. So I'm going to put this whole bottle in there. We're going to go old school. I don't want to say ghetto because I don't like using that word. This is 18 ounces. I'm going to put that upside down so we can get it all. And it also gives you that rich color. I guess you put the brown sugar in, or your mom used to, because they put ketchup in it. But I still like to give it a little bit of that sweetness with the brown sugar. And then I use a hickory-ish type barbecue sauce. So we're going to go over here. And instead of pouring it in, we're just going to, with a slotted spoon, so we try to eliminate as much grease as we can. So I'm just going to pour this grease into our grease trap as opposed to pouring it down the sink. Don't pour your grease down the sink, ladies and gentlemen. You do know it's going to clog it up, right? I am sweating bullets right now. I might have to take me a little break. A quick, short break. See? There we go. So there's all the oil. Right there. And I'm just going to stir this up good. I like the color. I like the way it's looking. So this is going to bake up really nice. You're really just heating it up because if you use canned beans, it's already done. And if you want to make your baked beans from scratch, by all means do. But when I make baked beans from scratch, I like to put black beans in it. I like to have several different kinds of beans. There we go. Boom! And I don't know if this oval pan is going to fit in the oven with that chicken. We're going to figure it out, right? Let's see. Yes! It did. It did. So I'm going to bring it to you. I don't know if you can see that. There's the glaze. Nothing is in that. There's no sugar in it. Well, there is sugar because there's sugar in the Dr. Pepper. But that's what I needed. Now, if I let it cool down too much, it's going to be like sugar, like pulled sugar. So what I'm going to do is just pull it off the oven because the oven is hot. Because you got the stove top is hot because I got the oven on and all the other stuff going. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut up some onions and some smoked meat for my beans, pork jowl. I use whatever is the least expensive at the time. So it could be neck bones. Haven't really found much smoked turkey down here like I do up north in Alabama, and everybody loves their pork and their greens and their peas and their beans. So I'm just going with the flow on that. Haven't had any complaints. Still gives it great flavor. And we'll do it like that. My alarm is going off telling me I got 15 minutes to open. So that means my staff, my partners will be here shortly. And we can get some potatoes done. I'm going to get some eggs on the oven, on the stove, and get those boiled up. Get my hamburgers seasoned and weighed out. I do half-pound burgers. This little cup again, and most of the time I do use my scale for that. So don't look at my glistening face and my glistening neck, because it's hot in here. People, let me get some paper towel. Now in the midst of all that, I also want to let you all know that I'm going to, that's what the fire was, that's hot. I'm going to be starting a food blog. And the food blog is going to be my recipes and the things that I'm doing here in the restaurant. Maybe some recipes, talking food, giving you a little insight on food as according to the Cooking Diva. I didn't go to culinary school, this is just a passion. So I'm not a quote-unquote chef. So I don't like to call myself the chef, but I am the Cooking Diva. I used to be a diva before I got down here, and now it's just like black t-shirts, jeans, gym shoes, hit the work. But I like it. I don't like it, I love it. So this is where God brought me. He has seen me through a lot of tough times since I've been here in November. Like I said before, a lot of crying, a lot of upset, a lot of arguments, a lot of raised voices. But for me, that always goes along with the territory. These are people that I love. These are family members. So I try for us never to have anything that lingers on. But back to the food. We're going to get that cooled off, as I said. I'm going to cut up my onions and smoked meat. I'm going to rinse off. I'm going to take these beans and I'm going to rinse them off. I'm going to get that water that's on there, and I'll put some fresh water on there, season it, and I'll come back to you with the seasoning and dropping the meat and everything in it. You don't need to watch me drain beans. I think you know how to drain beans. But we'll go and do the rest together. All right, I'll see you guys in a minute. Hola. So I'm back. I took one onion, cut it in half, diced it up, and split it between the two pots. And I took one of the pieces of smoked pork jaw I had, and I diced that up, and I divided that up equally as well. So one thing I do want to emphasize, and I learned this the hard way, so take my lessons learned and utilize them in your own kitchen so you don't make the same mistake. It's like I said, it's candy. I'll just put some more root beer in there, some more Dr. Pepper in there. Your pinto beans, they get salty, regardless if you have smoked meat in there or not. So try not to put too much salt in your pinto beans at one time. You can always add more, but it is horrible trying to take it away. Alright? These are my pinto beans over here. I'm just going to salt these up, cut it up so I can bring it to a boil. I'm going to do that on medium-high heat. Salt, pepper, black eyed peas, salt. And I adjust it as I go along because I taste it. I want to see how done they're getting, of course. So we want to do it that way. And they're both going to be on medium-high heat. And I'm going to put the lid on. I'm grabbing a spoon. So I'm just going to stir those up. Ooh, 10 o'clock time open. Stir it up so the seasoning can get all in there. I keep that simple. I don't put any garlic powder in there. Let's go ahead and dismiss that. And you can walk with me and go open the restaurant. Flamethrower hot in here. Let's turn the air on. It's 92 degrees in the restaurant right now because I didn't turn the air on when I got here. I like to conserve my energy and my energy bill, so I don't turn that on until 9:30, 10 o'clock. Especially when I'm not in the dining room working, but in the kitchen. So there's no point in me doing that. So I'm flipping the switch, flipping the switch. I got the timer on my chicken and baked beans. Gotta go in here and turn the lights on. Yeah, you're walking with me everywhere. All right, there you have it. Now I'm ready to go. I like to turn on the TV, put the news on, put some music on. The music I go through is usually country, jazz, or Christian. I know I'm black, y'all ain't gotta remind me. But I like to keep it according to my audience and my mood. I like country music. I've come to like it, so I don't have a problem with it being on. I have those things going. I got my pintos up a little too high. I'm gonna put the lids back on these. And just get ready for my day. So if you have any comments, you have any questions, feel free to drop those comments and questions down at the bottom of this video. I hope I do it right and load it correctly up to YouTube as I create my YouTube channel. And follow along. Let's see what happens. Let's see how this thing works out. If I can help you, you can help me. Let's get some subscribers up. All that good stuff. Maybe get some sponsorship. We'll see what happens with the Cooking Diva at North Meets South Family Diner. Again, I appreciate you following along. I appreciate you watching this video. The first of many to come. Here you have it. Just let me know what you want to see. If you have any questions, feel free. And you can always email me. By all means, northmeetssouthfd@gmail.com. All one word. northmeetssouthfd@gmail.com. We're right here in beautiful, serene Guin, Alabama at 144 Highway 278, Guin, Alabama 35563. And as all the locals like to say, it's the Old Main Street Diner, and it's right before the railroad tracks, or across the street from Country Corner. You have a wonderfully blessed day, and thanks for watching.